Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. I'm Madam Mona. This is your chapter 2. The title is Identifying and Selecting Project. The first description in this chapter reinforced the need for a systematic approach to identify project needs and to evaluate data collected from sites. Project identification is the start of the project life cycle. The second description underscores that the need, problem, or opportunity for a project may not always have a formal request for proposal or RFP developed. Proposals are sometimes sent unsolicited. The sponsor need to have evaluation criteria for assessment of the proposal just as would be developed in the RFP. Have you ever seen an RFP or written an RFP? Students need to identify situations in the real world that would require a RFP and to describe in detail what the RFP might look like. Project identification. The initiating phase of the project life cycle starts with recognizing a need, problem, or opportunity for which a project or projects are identified to address the need. The projects are identified in various ways. It is important to clearly define the need. This may require gathering data about the need or opportunity to help determine if it is worth pursuing. Sometimes, organizations identify several or many needs but have limited funds and people available to pursue potential projects to address all of those needs. In such cases, the company must go through a decision-making process to prioritize and select those projects that will result in the greatest overall benefit. Project selection. Project selection involves evaluating various needs or opportunities and then deciding which of those should move forward as a project to be implemented. The benefits and consequences, advantages and disadvantages, pluses and minuses of each opportunity need to be considered and evaluated. They can be qualitative and quantitative, tangible and intangible. Each person's decision will be a combination of a quantitative evaluation and gut feeling based upon experience. Once all the data and information have been collected, analyzed and summarized for each opportunity, it should be given to all the individuals responsible for performing the evaluation. It is beneficial to have several individuals involved in the evaluation and selection decision in order to get a variety of viewpoints. These individuals will combine the collected data with their gut feelings regarding the project when making their decision. In this situation, there are three different projects. As a project manager, Which one will be selected as a project to be run? Project Charter. Once a project is selected, it is formally authorized using a document referred to as a project charter, sometimes called a project authorization or project initiation document. These documents serve a number of purposes: provide sponsor approval to go forward with the project, commit the funding for the project, summarize the key condition and parameter for the project, and establish the framework for developing a detailed baseline plan for performing the project. The project charter includes many possible elements, including the ones seen on this slide. Preparing a request for proposal. If an organization does not have the expertise or staff capacity to plan and perform the project or major portion of the project, outsourcing the work to an external source is a good choice. The purpose of preparing an RFP is to state comprehensively and in detail what is required from the customer's point of view to address the identified need. It should be noted that in many situations, a formal RFP might not be prepared. The need is instead communicated informally, sometimes orally, rather than in writing. Guidelines for developing an RFP. Following are some guidelines of drafting a formal request for proposal to external contractors. The RFP must state the project objective or purpose, including any rationale or background information that may be helpful to contractors so that they can prepare true and responsive proposal. An RFP must provide a statement of work. And statement of work deal with the scope of the project, outlining the tasks or work element the customer want the contractor or project team to perform. The RFP must include the customer requirement, which defines specification and attributes. Requirement cover size, quantity, color, weight, speed, performance, and other physical or operational parameters the contractor proposed solution must satisfy. The customer may also use this requirement as acceptance criteria. In rare cases, an RFP will indicate the fund the customer has available to spend on the project. Contractor can then submit proposals that are appropriate to that level of funding. Soliciting proposal. Once the RFP has been prepared, the customer solicits proposal by notifying potential contractor that the RFP is available. One way for customer to notify potential bidder is by identifying a selected group of contractors in advance and sending each of them a copy of RFP. Business customers and contractors consider the RFP or proposal process to be competitive. Not all project life cycle include the preparation of a written RFP. Some bypass the proposal step and move right into planning and performing the project. There are other projects in which requirements are not written down in a formal RFP, but are communicated verbally to several providers or suppliers. Although projects can vary from very formal and business-like to highly informal, all RFPs start with the identification of need, problem, and opportunity.